when I was 18 years old, you turned 18, you had three options: college, military, or job. But all three of them, you had to get out of the house.
That's right.
I'm talking about guys who got out, gone to college, got a degree, and went back and lived with mom. There was a guy, I'm working with a guy who's making $95,000 a year, and he's living at home with mom.
That is inexcusable.
It is not about it. So it's not about money for a lot of these guys. What it is, a lot of these guys are basically son boyfriends. Ooh. That's what they are, son boyfriends.
Son boyfriends, sonsbins as well, right? I think we talked about that.
Yeah, because when you ask, well, what does your dad think about it? Inevitably, my dad's not in my life, because no man will put up with this shit. Because here's the real deal. People in the chat room can say what they want to. You can go get a fucking job at OnQ or 7-Eleven and go get you a $500 studio apartment. This is what you have to do when you're starting out. But a lot of these guys want to move from their parents' home, their mother's home, into this nice home with the lot. Here's what I hear. I'm saving up. I'm paying off debt. I'm saving up to get a house. Right. And then, you know what? I dig 3 levels deep. One question and 2 follow-up questions, and the entire story falls the fuck apart. A lot of these dudes just don't want to grow up, because here's the other side. They're not paying any rent.
Yep.
At all.
That's a sweet deal. To live someplace rent-free is a sweet deal, and that's something that's very hard for a lot of men, especially millennials, to grow out of.
So the thing is, if you want to be in that situation, I'm like, okay, at least get ahead of the curve. What's your plan? But dude, there is no plan. When I can ask a guy who's 23 years old or 25 years old, how much is an apartment cost in your area? And they're like, I don't know. They don't even know the steps. They don't even know that you know how to do it.
Right.
I'm like, well, what is the rent like? I'm gonna tell you, some of the guys I've coached with, I've actually had to say, you need to go to a local apartment complex and find out the process. I mean, they don't even know you need to have 2.5 times the monthly rent. They didn't know you needed to go get the utilities turned on. And see, a lot of stuff is because they weren't taught by their mothers. And the guys feel shamed because, you know, by the age of the mid-20s, they would feel silly asking their friends, well, mama don't want you to leave, because when I asked the guy, what's your dad think? Dad isn't there. Say, well, does your mom have a boyfriend? No, mom's had a boyfriend in years. All right, are you paying mom any rent? No. All right, so you're a son boyfriend.
Yes.
That's really what it comes into.